Next up, ladies and gentlemen, is Aime Kongolo. I mean, the amazing thing here is we have a lot of academics. Aime is, he holds rather a BA in psychology and sociology from Swansea Metropolitan University and clinical psychology from Swansea University. All these degrees, you know, it's really good. We're not scroungers. Given the opportunity for an education, I got my master's in media studies. We really strive, and education is power. Yes. Let's now call upon our next reader tonight, Aime Kongolo. Please come up. Born in the Congo, he's been living in Swansea since 2002, and his poems are written in French, translated by him with Sylvie and Tom, and they speak of the horrors of war, but also the joys of peace and the personal happiness Aime is found right here in Wales. Give him a big hand, ladies and gentlemen.
Good evening. The first poem I'm going to read is The Ugliness of Anxiety. Excuse my voice, I got cold. The ugliness of anxiety. After being born, I cried. As I cried, I swam in the sweat of dismay, which smell of fresh, dead human bones. After being born, I crawled. As I crawled, I tended to stand. Standing, I tried to walk, and now I'm walking along a dry path, passing under naked trees, and dressing my face of sadness, which is credited with the ugliness of anxiety. You have come and are standing, wiping tears from some unknown eyes, these tears flowing like rainforest rain. Unable to see your hands in the darkness. In deep night, I touch and hold onto your arm, leaning my head on your shoulder, waiting for the dawn to come, to see your hands naked, softness. The next one is reciprocities. As I was entering the fish market, I asked you to wait for me. You waited for me. Outside, you waited for me. Then you got tired, but you waited for me. I didn't want the smell of your scent to be poisoned by the atrocious smell of the dead wares on the market, on sale in the market. By asking you, you waited for me, and you waited for me. In waiting for me, you got tired, and you got tired. In getting tired, but you waited for me, and you waited for me, still, till I had to come out again. As I came out, you would see me, and I would see you. And on seeing me, you smiled, and you smiled. Then I smiled, and I smiled. Smiling, we walked, and we walked. And walking, I looked at you. I looked at you, and you looked at me. Looking at you, you looked at me, then you said, I love you. And again, I love you. Twice, you looked at me, and I looked at you. Looking at me, you looked at me, and I looked at you. Looking at me, I kiss you, and you kiss me too. Kissing you, I looked at you, and you looked at me. Looking at you, I would say, I love you. You were smiling, I was smiling, smilingly. You looked at me, and I looked at you. Looking at me, you were happy, I was happy too. And you said, I love you. Echoes. Onto the roof of anguish, ascend an army mutiny. They fly starvation swarms, bullets and bomb devour the countryside. Through your front door, echoes come as dark characters. I broke into your house, all I saw, your teeth still crying. Thank you.
Thank you, Aime. Just remember, please buy the book. You heard there, I look at you, you look at me. So let's look at each other as we go and buy the book. As it says on the program, book sales all go to charity, to Swansea Bay Asylum Seeker Support Group. It only costs £4 to produce. If you pay £5, thank you. And if you pay £10, even better, if you can afford it.